Imagine everything you've ever been taught about the world is a lie. The Earth isn't round, it's flat. Before you dismiss this as just another conspiracy theory, here's a shocking truth. Almost 1 in 10 Americans believe this. That's millions of people convinced the Earth is flat, despite centuries of scientific evidence. But why? How did we get here? Today, we're diving deep into the world of flat Earth believers to uncover the fascinating and at times, downright bizarre reasons behind this belief. By the end of this video, you might just question what you know or at least understand why so many others already have. It all started as a fringe idea. For most of human history, people believed the Earth was flat. Ancient civilizations like the Babylonians and Egyptians had flat Earth models, and it wasn't until the ancient Greeks introduced the concept of a spherical Earth that things began to change. But the real mystery isn't why people once believed the Earth was flat. It's why, in 2024, millions still do. The modern flat Earth movement didn't take off until the mid-2000s, when videos and online forums exploded in popularity, thanks to the rise of YouTube and social media. People like Mark Sargent and Eric Dubay became household names in the flat Earth community, challenging the scientific consensus and gaining thousands of followers. But the real turning point came in 2015, with the release of a documentary that took the internet by storm. Suddenly, everyone was talking about it. So why did this movement gain such traction in the age of space travel and satellite images? The answer lies deep in the psychology of belief. To understand why 10% of Americans believe the Earth is flat, we need to look at the human brain. Our minds are wired to seek patterns and make sense of the world, even if it means creating connections where none exist. This is called apophenia, and it's one of the key reasons conspiracy theories are so compelling. But there's more to it than just pattern seeking. For some, believing in something as radical as a flat Earth offers a sense of control in a world that feels chaotic and unpredictable. If the Earth is flat, then maybe we've been lied to about everything else too. Governments, scientists, and media, who can you trust? For flat earthers, their belief system provides answers, even if those answers defy logic. Studies show that people who believe in one conspiracy are likely to believe in others. The flat Earth theory isn't just about the shape of the planet. It's a gateway belief that often leads to other conspiracies like moon landing hoaxes, 9/11 cover-ups, and more. It's all connected in a web of mistrust, skepticism, and a desire to see the world differently from the mainstream narrative. But what exactly are flat earthers saying? It's easy to dismiss them as misguided, but they have a set of arguments that, on the surface, can seem compelling. One of the most common claims is that the horizon always looks flat, no matter how high you go. They argue that if the Earth were truly round, we would see curvature from high-altitude flights or even mountaintops. Then there's the idea of water always finding its level. Flat earthers often point to bodies of water, like lakes and oceans, as proof that the Earth is flat because, in their view, water wouldn't bend around a sphere. It would remain level. They also question the validity of satellite imagery, claiming that NASA and other space agencies manipulate images to maintain the globe deception. Add in some questionable experiments like the infamous laser across the lake tests, and suddenly you have a narrative that, if you're not careful, starts to sound almost reasonable. But of course, these claims fall apart under scrutiny, and science has repeatedly debunked them. Yet, for flat earthers, this only strengthens their belief that they're being lied to. Let's set the record straight. The evidence for a spherical Earth is overwhelming. We've known the Earth is round for over 2,000 years, thanks to ancient Greek mathematician Eratosthenes, who calculated the Earth's circumference using nothing but shadows and sticks. Centuries later, the invention of the telescope allowed us to see other planets and moons, all of which are clearly spherical. But we don't have to rely on ancient experiments. We've sent astronauts into space. We have satellite images and live video footage of Earth. Even the simple act of flying from one continent to another, following flight paths that make no sense on a flat Earth, proves the globe model. Flat Earth theories often ignore basic principles of physics, like gravity, which explains why we don't all fall off this flat plane. Yet, despite all this evidence, debunking flat Earth beliefs isn't as easy as presenting the facts. Studies have shown that when people are deeply entrenched in their beliefs, showing them contradictory evidence can actually reinforce their misconceptions, a phenomenon known as the backfire effect. So how do you change the mind of someone who truly believes the Earth is flat? The internet has been a double-edged sword for human knowledge. On one hand, we have access to more information than ever before. On the other, It's easier than ever to fall into an echo chamber. Algorithms on platforms like YouTube and Facebook are designed to keep users engaged, often by feeding them content similar to what they've already watched or read. For someone curious about flat Earth theories, this can quickly spiral into a flood of videos, articles, and forums that reinforce those beliefs, while simultaneously discrediting any opposing viewpoints. This echo chamber effect creates a kind of digital confirmation bias, where flat earthers only see content that supports their worldview. It's not just about the information being shared, it's the community that forms around it. Flat earthers often describe themselves as part of a misunderstood group, a kind of modern-day counterculture fighting against the establishment. This sense of belonging can be powerful, making it even harder to change minds. Believing in a flat Earth might seem harmless, just another quirky belief in a world full of differing opinions. But there's a darker side to this kind of misinformation. The Flat Earth movement represents a broader mistrust of science, experts, and the institutions that help guide our understanding of the world. It's not just about the shape of the planet. It's about rejecting the very foundation of scientific inquiry and evidence-based reasoning. This mistrust can have real-world consequences, from the spread of anti-vaccine misinformation to climate change denial. When people lose trust in science, society as a whole suffers. The flat Earth theory is a symptom of a larger issue, one that affects not just those who believe it, but all of us. So, why does it matter that 10% of Americans think the Earth is flat? It's not just about correcting a misconception. It's about understanding the world we live in and the power of belief. It's a reminder that, in the age of information, critical thinking is more important than ever. The next time you see a video or read an article that challenges everything you know, take a moment to question the source, check the facts, and most importantly, keep an open mind. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of flat Earth believers, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content, and leave a comment below. What's the wildest conspiracy theory you've heard? Let's keep the conversation going.